Okay. Sorry, are we live now? Oh, yeah. Good evening, Bhante and all Kalyanamita, Suki Hontu. Namo Buddhaya and Suki Hontu. I'm Aliana and welcome to TRV Friday Sutta discussion by Bhante Dr. Ganggodawila Chandima. This is the day 117 of the Sutta discussion class. Tonight's class is the 5th class of Girimānanda Sutta with topic the perception of drawbacks or ādīnava. Girimānanda Sutta is the 11th sutta that has been chosen by Bhante Chandima for this sutta discussion. In previous classes, Bhante has discussed about Mangala Sutta, Ratana Sutta, Metta Sutta, Sigalowada Sutta, Dhammacakkappavattana Sutta, Sabbasawa Sutta, Patakama Sutta, Patama Samajiri Sutta, Alawaka Sutta, and the Jaga Sutta, which Bhante has elaborated those sutta in depth. For those who have missed our previous classes, please check on Ti-Ratana Vihara Amapadana Klang Facebook page and YouTube channel. We have uploaded the previous classes there. We are always welcoming newcomers, therefore whoever that wish to join the class via Zoom, where we can engage directly with Bhante, can contact the Vihara through TRV, Facebook Messenger or WhatsApp. Our speaker, Bhante Dr. Ganggodawila Chandima, is the Associate Editor of the Journal of International Buddhist Studies, or JIBS, which is published by the Buddhist Research Institute of Maha Chulalongkorn Raja Vidyalaya University in Thailand. He was previously a research fellow at the Center for Studies in Religion and Society, or CSRS, at University of Victoria, Canada. Bhante Dr. Chandima was also a Theravada Buddhist chaplain at the University of British Columbia in Vancouver, Canada from year 2012 to 2016. Bhante is currently the Senior Advisor to Patisota, a virtual Dharma organization that hosts a weekly online Pali reading class, Sutta discussion, Dharma talks, and a variety of other Dharma activities. His Dharma works can be accessed at www.patisota.blogspot.com, and we also can follow Bhante at Patisota Facebook account. Without further ado, we welcome once again Bhante, and as always, thank you very much for the wonderful guidance and teaching. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Thank you, Ariana, for the introduction. Good evening, Dharma friends. Welcome back to the Sutta discussion, Friday Sutta discussion hosted by TRV. So let's get started by paying respect to the prayer. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. So, do we have newcomers today? I think all comers, huh?
No, Bhante.
Okay, interesting. So, we've been discussing the Girimānanda Sutta's perceptions, and today we come down to another very interesting perception. We will go see. Before that, for those who still don't have an idea about this Girimānanda Sutta, perhaps I would like to touch down a little bit about the what you call the nature of this sutta, the objective of this sutta. As you understand, there was a venerable monk who was sick, who was severely sick, and then what happened? Bhante Ananda approached the Buddha and what do you call what happened? The Buddha said, I will be teaching you certain Dhamma teachings, you learn, and then you go and you teach him, and he will be able to recover. So it's more about understanding what the Buddha says within the Girimānanda Sutta through 10 perceptions. Now, perception means a certain Dhamma teaching. This understanding is something about what you call a certain understanding about a certain area of life with a personal connection. Okay, so this is how this is going to work. All right, so today we have Aliana, Kim, Melinda Chan, Kelvin, Jessica Nine, Chen, Barbara, Katie, Corina, Lim, Jacqueline, Gan, June, you all. Welcome, everybody. So, through this understanding about knowing each area of that Dhamma teaching with our personal, experience. Actually, what we need is a personal experience about these areas. Let's go back to the first one, Anicca Sanya. How do I personally understand Anicca Sanya? Right? Now, in our life, there are so many things that have been happening in our life. Are they good changes or bad changes? There are a lot of good and bad changes happening in our life. So, with each change, with each experience, we are trying to understand the nature of anicca. Perhaps let me ask you, how do we understand anicca sanya in our life? Give me a very simple example. Because we want to heal us. We want to heal from our mental, emotional problems, right? How to heal from anicca sanya? We discussed many times about this. Any thoughts? The more we understand the changes in our life, the more healing we are. It's a very simple thing, but the activity itself could be a challenging thing to many people, because depending on how much they have held on to the activity, right? Now, say for instance, there's someone who want to take revenge from somebody else, right? Thinking that you did something harm to me. This is a misunderstanding, right? As Buddhists, can Buddhists take revenge from the people who hurt us? Are they supposed to? But the funny thing is there are people who take revenge from the people that they don't know, so, right? When they become angry, they take revenge from the people who even they don't know. It's like taking the revenge from the unknown. It's like a teacher in a classroom. Now, this teacher had a problem with the wife or husband in the house and coming to the school and then bringing anger to the classroom and then teaching with anger, right? Sometimes you had a problem in your house and you are driving with anger. Is it possible? And you're putting everybody out there on the road into your mess. So do they deserve your anger? So that means all these changes, negative, positive, good, bad, these changes have to be understood personally. What is going on? What is happening to me? What is wrong with me? Normally we ask, what's wrong with you? How many of you ask, what's wrong with me? This is a very good question to ask, time to time. When you ask, what's wrong with me? And then I understand, okay, I think I'm too jealous about something. I'm too angry. I'm too frustrated. I am too upset. Right? And then, so the more you understand this question, like asking from you, then you understand a lot of things have to be done in order to heal myself. Right? So anicca sanya has to be understood with all the changes that have been happening in our life. Say, for instance, today, since morning up until now, what are the changes that have been happening to me? The more I embrace the changes, good and bad, it doesn't mean that when something is happening, you cannot change. I think the way how I taught you anicca is two ways, right? How did I teach you anicca? What was the translation I gave to you?
Change.
A quick homework.
Things are changed and changeable.
Changes. We said changes could be a good translation. Yeah, very inclusive translation. Then two ways are, what are the two contexts of anicca? Things, phenomena, experiences are always changing. For the good sake or for the bad sake. Second, are we just letting things happening and then just waiting things to happen? No, Buddhists are not like that. Buddhists are ambitious, purposeful. They know how to change a lot of things in their life. We don't believe that karma is the only thing that is governing us. Karma may be the most thing that might govern us, but a lot of things can be changed. Today, the sanya we are picking up will tell us a lot of things, open up our lots of areas of misunderstanding about life, especially with regard to the sickness, diseases. This is a very interesting area to understand life so that we get to the healing part actually. So then the second sanya we did was anatta sanya. Anatta means we always want to refer to I, me, myself. This is mine, you know. My room, don't come to my room, huh? Don't mess it up. Don't touch my stuff. That's my car. Don't touch it. My things. So, is this a good thing to own things? Is owning things a good thing or bad thing in Buddhism? Owning. Money, education, loved ones. Some people are blessed, some people are not blessed. Is it a good thing or bad thing? How does Buddhism look at the ownership of things in our life, material things? Sometimes immaterial memories and all that. Is it bad to own something?
No, Bhante. As long as not attached to the thing.
Okay. Right. That means you can have 100 cars, but you can say, I don't attach to any of these cars. It's just a piece of thing, you know, material piling of what you call steel. Right? Right? There are things to learn about. The Buddha says that greed, tanha, and upadana, clinging, could be the problem. If we, because different people have different purposes in their life. And the Buddha said in one sutta, Anana Sutta, ownership is a happiness. We call it Atti Sukha. I can show you this one. We call it Atti Sukha. Atti Sukha. Atti means have. Atti Sukha means happiness. Atti Sukha. Atti Sukha means happiness of owning. So, happiness, the first happiness according to the Buddha's teachings for a layperson comes from owning, but without craving and clinging to those. Because sometimes there are a lot of people who would like to own, but can they own? No, because there are some problems in their way of thinking, attitudes. Sometimes they have not done enough good karma. Sometimes they are not very energetic enough, no virya, right? Right? There are a lot of things happening. Recently, there was somebody who was asking me to bless that may I get money. I said I don't understand. I really don't understand what is it, because everybody wants money. You tell me exactly. No, please give me a blessing. May I get money? Okay, everybody wants money. Who doesn't like money? Maybe somebody who's extraordinary, who is not living in this world. No. I have a problem. I have worked for other people. I have made a lot of deals, but the people who I work with, that they should pay me the right amount of money that I should get, but they haven't paid me. There you go. You told me the right. Now, how to look at it from Buddhist perspective? That means, say for instance, somebody makes a deal with the customer to rent a place. Okay. And then now the building is going to be rented by someone. And there is the, what do you call, the lender, and there is the rentee. Rentee here, there is the lender. Now, but the landlord cannot let it very fast because he or she doesn't know how to do that business. And there's a third party person coming in, intervening this issue, helping to build up the customer base. Now, the problem is the person who helped out was not paid enough. I said, in Buddhism, don't just let good karma come to you. Now you should know how to talk to these people, how to write to these people, how to complain properly. Sometimes we complain very badly, complain in a nice way. And there are people who don't complain, right? But complaining also has to be done in a nice way. Then other people don't feel that you are complaining, but you are asking something indirectly. You are asking, and then you are doing, I mean, not to bug people. In this case, money. But he has to get that money. Said you have to have virya. Buddhism says you must have energetic striving. Uttana virya. Without uttana virya, nothing is going to happen. You cannot become a better person. You cannot attain nibbana. You cannot become sotapanna. You cannot become a good lay person. Nothing is going to be possible. You must never give up on your uttana virya. So now all these teachings are saying about the self. Ownership is important, self is important. But what is then anatta sanya? Anatta sanya means, okay, it's important to have this ownership without developing craving, clinging. But we have to always understand not to create a certain craving and clinging towards the things that you are going to own. Because when you crave and when you cling, you think, I, me, myself, these ways of looking at self is unchanging. That is not a good idea. That is when people are into arguments, troubles, to have some personal clashes. Right? That is very important. Say, for instance, you park without paying online. You have an app, you have to pay when you park. But suddenly you notice that you are given a 40, 60 ringgit fine. But somebody's out there, oh, no, it's okay, it's just charity. Huh? Just charity. Just give it to these people. But next time you're making it a lesson, but the money you are losing at that point is a lesson for your life. But not that 40 ringgit. It's a lesson for you. And but the way how you look at it, in a nice way. Not that, how come you get my money? It's my money, hard-earned money, but how come you issue me a ticket? Then that you are creating that, developing that craving, clinging part to the self. So time to time, understanding my own mistakes, my problems, and then having a compassionate attitude towards what is happening. And even for my mistakes, to become a better person, and then to manage, not letting my ego take me over. That is anatta. You look at your household, how many times you are clashing with other people just to protect yourself, just to defend yourself. If you could think about how to manage the situation in a nice way, better way, you could have healed instantly. Healing is very instant. Not that you need to go to a retreat, you need to meditate for 10 days, you have to quit the house, you have to go for another holiday. You don't need. Healing is instantaneous. It's there, it's right there. It's not somewhere else. But until you get to that point, you go for holiday, you do all these things, okay, and you spend some money, then you pay a cost for this. You pay a cost for your negligence. Then later on you understand, look back, why did I travel? It's such a small thing. I could have sold it without any penny spending. Then you understand the problem. So every emotional burst has a cost to pay, money-wise, time-wise, and everything. Anatta sanya means that when you understand that I, me, myself exist, but at a certain point, they don't exist. So I have to balance my ownership nature. So I'm healing myself. I don't create unnecessary ownership thoughts, unnecessary, extra, extreme levels of thought. Then what's the third sanya we discussed? Third perception? Body parts, huh? Is it? 32 body parts, asubha. We discussed about 32 body parts. What's the importance of learning 32 body parts? Have you ever brought a certain skeleton to your house, hang somewhere near the Buddha statue, and when you see the Buddha on one side, on the other side, the skeleton, the life is like this, no flesh, nothing, no blood. This is happening to me one day. Have you ever thought like that? Or you go to some places, some monasteries, see the skeleton is hanging over there for you to think about life. 32 body parts. But the thing is, we understand this particular idea was given by the Buddha not to hate our body. In our understanding, the Buddha is telling us something very interesting. Understanding 32 body parts on one way helps us to stay healthy for our Dhamma practice. That's number one. Number two is that I think a lot of us don't understand our body adequately. We all leave our problems to a doctor. Even a small thing happens, we let it be observed by the doctor. Actually, there are a lot of things we can study about our life. Now, say for instance, your heart health. We talk about it, right? We talk about the heart over there. What about your liver? What about your other teeth? Danto, kesalo, manaka, danta. If you go see a doctor, they can give you a very common advice, and then they say, no, the rest is yours. You have to take care of your teeth. Eyes. In today's world, eyes are almost affected in many places. Why? Because people always look at gadgets. Sometimes they watch things, in darkness, right? And then eyes are one of the very easily affected body parts of the life, our health. So the Buddha says, understand our body in a way so that we can take care of us. At the same time, when we understand, on the other hand, when we understand our 32 body parts, we also manage our unnecessary, sensual pleasures. These two are working over there. So in order for us to heal, we should not mess up with our body parts, right? We should not mess up with them. Say, for instance, our eyes. We have to protect them. Then when we protect them, we have some health. But we also understand as we age, our eyesight will, diminish, right? So we also understand that part too. So there are two ways to look at it. And today we are going to look at which sanya we're going to look at? The fourth sanya, right? The fourth one. Okay. This is about some sicknesses. You can say sicknesses or disease. But why to look at diseases? Why to look at sicknesses? There's a greater purpose in here. Why is it? Because when you understand how Buddha noticed the body and then the illnesses, sicknesses of the body, the same thing will happen to us. That means we can take care of us. At the same time, when the sickness hits us, we know what is it and how to heal from that particular sickness. Like the theory called, why me? Why not me? Understanding is possible when we understand this. Okay, let's take a look, because how many sicknesses are there which the Buddha talks here? 50 sicknesses at that time. But don't think that this is a comprehensive list, but it has most of the diseases that we know. We are going to look at these 50 not in a way to discussed our body. We are going to look at these 50 to understand our body may be subject to all these diseases time to time, but we can, of course, take care of us, take care of our body, and also understand how do sicknesses happen to different people, including us. Okay, let's take a look at, maybe I will ask someone to read. It's over here. Okay. So perhaps I will ask the person to read this part. Okay, who would like to read? Yes. Yes, please, Kim, please go ahead. Yes.
Bhante, I try.
Yeah.
Katama Chananda ādīnava sanya. Ida nanda biku aranyangato va rakamulagato Rukkamulagato va sunyagara gato va iti pati sanchikati. Baduko ko ayang kayo bahwa di navo iti imasmin kaye vivida abada upajanti seya tidang.
Okay. This is the, I think this is very easy to understand. I would call it ādīnava. Ādīnava means drawbacks. Okay, you can see drawbacks. Okay, drawbacks means not the nice things. Drawbacks. So when we discuss about this Pali word ādīnava, I want you to understand another Pali word. The opposite of this is ānisansa. Ānisansa means we call it good results. So then we can say ādīnava as bad results or drawbacks. Okay, bad results or drawbacks. So we look at it that way. What is the possession of drawback? So not the same thing. Somebody who has gone to the forest, or at the foot of a tree, then go to a sunyagara, empty place, in a private place, and then now reflects like this. This body has much, okay, translation problem here again. Much dukkho. Dukkho means physical pain. Actually, the proper word is here, dukkho, physical pain. Bahu ādīnava, therefore, lot of drawbacks. Iti imasmin kāye, for this body, there are lots of abada. Abada means afflictions, illnesses, afflictions. Uppajanti, what do you call? Beset, or uppajanti means arise. Because this body has lot of illnesses, afflictions arising time to time. Sayatida. Now this is the list. Okay, you can see this is the list. Okay, Chakurogo. Okay, maybe somebody can read this part too. Who would like to read this part? Perhaps the whole thing, the 50 illnesses.
Bhante, I try.
Aliana, would you like to? Okay. Yes, Melinda, please go ahead.
Sister Melinda.
Okay, thank you. Chakku rogo, sota rogo, gana rogo, jiha rogo, Kaya rogo, sisa rogo, kanya rogo,
Kanna rogo.
kanna rogo, mukha rogo, danta rogo, ota rogo, kaso, sakso, pinaso,
Soso.
pardon?
Kaso, saso.
Kaso, saso, pinaso, daho, jaro, kuchi rogo, muncha,
Mucha.
pakan,
Mucha.
muncha,
No, mucha.
mucha,
Yeah.
pakandika, sula, visusika, kutam, gando, kilaso, soso, apamaro, dadu, kandu, kachu, nakasa, vitachitka, lohitam, pitam, madu meho, amsa, pilaka, vaganada, pitta samutana, abada, semha samutana, abada, vata samutana, abada, sanipatika, abada, utubari namacha, apada, visampari haraja, apada, opakamika, abada, kama vipakaja, apada, sitam, how to pronounce it? Unham, chikaja, pipasa, ucharo, pasavo, ti.
Okay, interesting.
Thank you.
Good. Even reading this becomes sick, right? You know, I mean, it's 50 diseases, you know. That's why not nice to read this list. But anyways, understanding these ones are, you know, it's a good thing. Yeah. So meaning they read very well. It's good. Right. We'll see now. Okay. Chakku. Okay, the first one is going to be, let me do something like this. Maybe I'm gonna erase this part. Okay. Right. Okay. Okay, the first one is Chakkurogo. Chakkurogo means eye problem. Chakkurogo means eye problem. Is this a big issue in today's world? Eye problem? Yeah, because especially in today's world, you know, because of these gadgets and all these, a lot of eye problems arise. Not even the gadgets. Sometimes this can happen due to certain other problems, even like diabetes. As a result of severe diabetes, somebody can end up with like something like glaucoma. They finally affect eyes. So eyes are subject to issues, a lot of issues. But I take it in a nice way, proper way. Please take care of your eyes. Like not, your eyes can be sick anytime. Let's talk it in a positive way. Take care of your eyes until you cannot take care of it. There may be a day we might not be able to take care of it. We may go through certain age problems, but take care of it. Number two, Sotarogo. Sotarogo means, you can see from here. Sotarogo means ear problems. Ear problems. What are the ear problems we have in today's world? Hearing aid problem. Right? Especially we are in today's world, we are using lots of headphones, earbuds, right? And then sometimes we are actually hurting sometimes when other people hear songs, we also can hear, right? From his headphone, like see how loud that is, that sound, right? That this person is hearing. We also can hear from here. So probably in 10, 15 years, you know, there's a certain lifespan for the ears. We don't get that for 200 years. Oh, this is something to think about. Then number two, Ganarogo. Ganarogo means That means problems with regard to the nose. What are the problems with regard to the nose? Is sinus a problem of the nose?
Sinus.
Sinus problem. Then what else? Sometimes we cannot smell. We want to smell, but we cannot smell. Why is it? Interesting part. We want to smell, but we cannot smell. Maybe we have a severe cold. That part is impeded by something, right? So there are problems with regard to the nose as well. Then Juharu means
Tongue problem.
Sicknesses.
Cannot taste.
Yeah, I think tongue problems, sicknesses with regard to the tongue. What are the problems with regard to the tongue?
Ulcer.
Ulcers. Then gums, eating very spicy food, and then probably mouth cancer. Some people, they are having tobacco, some beetles, right? They are not eating properly. And then what else? Sometimes when you have a flu, do you feel you can taste? You eat a lot of things, but still you cannot get the taste. So that means the function of the tongue is impeded by something. There are lots of diseases. So we gotta take care of our tongue by properly understand the health and hygiene. Then kaya rogo. Now this is something overall, the whole, the body problems with regard to the body. Right? Sisa rogo. Now the kaya rogo part is expanded into small one. Sisa rogo means, what is season? What is season?
Head. The head.
Head part. Season. So what are the problems with regard to the season?
Headache.
Headache. Sometimes people give us headache, right? Not the headache sometimes. What other problems with regard to the headache? Never call anybody, you are a headache to me. This headache has to come in the proper way as part of the body, not like you are a headache to me. But what are the other problems with regard to the head?
Migraine. Bhante.
Migraine.
Overthinking, Bhante.
Huh?
Overthinking.
Over?
Thinking.
Yeah. That is emotional headache. But we are talking the physical headache. So this physical headache, migraine is an interesting one. Even the Buddha had migraine, right? It is said he had a migraine. So when he was giving Dhamma talk, sometimes he is having this migraine. And then he asks some other monks to give the Dhamma talk. He is leaving to rest. That means if you have done certain things, because this body is karma body, your all bodies are karma, your face, your beauty, they are not random stuff, okay? Our body, 100%, the way how we born, karma, body part. But let's say you are applying the wrong cosmetic products, then you're getting certain problems in your face. That is not karma. That is your ignorance about the cosmetic products. Don't blame your karma for that. Right? But the what do you call, the normal natural color, the body, how big is your nose, how long is your whatever this thing, those physiognomy, it is mostly, I can say mostly, they are coming from karma. That's why some people are very beautiful, some people are, they are not like that, some people are like this, that. Why is it? Some people are short, some people are tall. Why? The Buddha said they are karma, right? But we don't have to use it to hit other people. We just accept. You are tall or short, I don't care. I accept you. You are a human. Right? You are a human. And you may come from this life, that country, this country. You may be from here. No, we don't care about these things. We care about this human perspective. But the compassion that people give to animals is not sometimes given to the humans, right? Say, for instance, that you accept all the cats from different colors. But do you accept the same, different humans in the same way? Sometimes there are people who give lots of compassion to animals, but they never give that compassion to other humans. They discriminate. So we have to give the same compassion to others too. So it is said that in some of the books, texts, that why did the Buddha have this kind of migraine? It's because it is said that there was a time that he was watching some other people were fishing in a place, and he was very joyfully enjoying that part. It is said that. That means don't enjoy for other people's bad karma. Some people say, no, I'm not doing bad karma, you just do, I just enjoy for you. The bad karma is coming after you. See, you enjoy that, you get the migraine. Here. Now, if you have a migraine, don't think that you enjoy for other people's bad karma, but it could be. So it's a good reminder when other people are doing bad karma, doing gossiping, lying, hurting other people, never feel happy for those things. Always think that some justice should happen to these good people. You have to be true to yourself. Remember, Edgar Cayce's researchers written by Jinnah Seminara in late to, I think, early 80s. Very famous book at that time. Many Mansions. A lady called Jinnah Seminara, she wrote this book, Many Mansions. And in this book, she quotes certain case studies made by Edgar Cayce. In one case study, she says, Edgar Cayce found out a lady who had a severe back pain. Nobody can cure it. But Edgar Cayce knew how to hypnotize people. Ask them to lie down and hypnotize. So then now he hypnotized this lady and then brought her to past lives. Now this happened probably in 60s. And then he brought the lady on to 13th century, 13th to 14th century, Austria. In Austria, a certain time, where some kings let lions to eat humans alive, and they were happy in the stadium. So they chase lions to kill and then eat humans alive. Then she was saying, I was one of them in the audience. I was happily looking at how the lions eat and tear off the back of the humans. And the moment she was very happy by looking at how the lions tear off the back and then eating alive the humans, that was the bad karma I carry for many centuries now. See, all these have some bad karma. That's why we should never be happy for bad things other people do. We might not be able to interfere, but we should not have a liking towards those activities. So anyways, Cisarogo means diseases, sicknesses with regard to the head. Kannarogo means Kannarogo. Now you can see here, Sota, Kanna, they're taken differently. Sota taken as inner ear and Kanna is taken as outer ear. You can see over here, outer ear, right? Inner ear is Sota. Are there different types of health issues with regard to the inner eye, inner ear, and outer ear? Yes. Now, even having wax, so the wax is building up, right, outside of our ears if we don't clean them. So all these are issues. If we don't clean them, there could be some issues. Okay, the list is going. We're going to discuss slowly. Mukarogo. Mukarogo means problems with regard to the mouth, the overall mouth health. And then Dantarogo, very interesting topic. Huh? And a subject that people pay a lot in today's world for teeth problem. Teeth cleaning, pulling out the tooth, right? It's dentists, they are doing a very human job, right? They're pulling out, they are cleaning, asking us to come every 3 months, It's such a very interesting work. So, but we don't get the awareness of, sometimes a doctor is coming, a dentist is coming and asking, what to do? Do I bite ice cream or do I just, lick the ice cream? Never eat ice cream, never bite it. If you bite it, your teeth become like this and that. So I think we should get proper dental awareness. We only hear people who are doing the dental job. So that means it's important to understand how to take care of our teeth, because there are lots of issues if we don't take care of our teeth properly. Then ottarogo. Ottarogo means, what does otta mean in Pali? Otta. Otta means lips. Are there problems with regard to the lips? What are they? Let me know. What are the problems with regard to the lips?
Ulcer,
Lip.
Bhante, ulcer.
Ulcers. Then dryness. Lips are always drying, right? So you have to put balm and all that. And what else?
Cleft lips.
Huh?
Cleft lips.
Cracking.
Crack or chap, dried. Yeah, so that means we have to take care of them. Take care of them in the proper way. And then now we come down to another set of a little bit complicated stuff. Kaso. Kaso means, you can see here, kaso means, what do you call? Cough.
Cough.
Cough. There are multiple reasons why we are catching cough, right? So we have to understand this is available. And then saso. Saso means
Asthma.
asthma. You can see here, saso. Asthma. Kaso, saso. Cough and asthma. Pinaso. You can see here, kata. Pinaso means kata. What is kata? A certain sickness some people are having with regard to the phlegm. Sometimes when they wake up in the mornings, blood is coming out from their noses. So there are different types of katas. That means a good sleep is the most important thing. People who stay up at late night, they are prone to get all these kata. Then daho. Daho means
Heartburn. Heartburn.
inflammation. Now, when we say inflammation, this is interesting. Like I think nowadays this inflammation happens all the time. Say for instance, what you call a dementia patient. Many people who are diagnosed with dementia, and the doctors say, especially neurologists say, this is about an inflammation of the neurochemicals. Neurochemicals are inflamed. Say for instance, another, I think we are going to discuss about them. Another very money-making type of area is this cosmetic treatment, especially dermats, right? In today's world, people get a lot of skin problem. Why is it? The food that they are eating, right? They are trying different food and then they're coming up with rashes and all these issues, right? And then, so that means inflammation. I think skin problems always have an inflammation as well. Inflammation in general creates lots of issues. Yes, heartburn is also kind of inflammation, definitely. And then jaro, very interesting. Jaro means fever. Okay. Is fever a sickness or a symptom of another problem?
Symptom.
It's a symptom. It's a symptom,
Mostly it is a symptom. Mostly. But when you have the flu, it can be the sickness, right? But it's mostly a symptom for another problem. Now we understand the Buddha's teachings. Buddha says temperature must be managed. Internal temperature and external temperature we cannot manage sometimes, but we understand sometimes when we are not taking care of each other, then we don't mind about the external temperature. We are going into certain high temperatures, maybe very, very low temperatures. The body would like to catch up with that temperature. lots of fever things happening, right? So we have to understand how to face this, what to wear, how to wear, how to take care of us. Charu. Then we are coming down to a very interesting issue. Not interesting, very painful. Kuchirogo. Kuchirogo means stomach problems. Kuchi means stomach. In Buddhism, there are many suttas where Buddha says Mara sometimes went into the body of certain people. The Mara could enter into the belly, tummy of certain people. So, and also there's an interesting, I can't remember the place exactly. There was one man asking the whereabouts of the Buddha, but he doesn't know the Buddha's name. So he stopped by, and then he's asking somewhere at an intersection, I want to know this kind of a person. Do you know this person? Then the person who is answering also said, I don't know, but I know there's one person. He's using a Pali word for that. That Pali word's meaning is the one whose food is properly digested. Now, normally, it is said that when the Buddha eats some food, none of the food going to be not digested. All the food are getting digested. A lot of people having stomach problems because some of the food particles are not becoming digested. So then they either become a polyp, creating a cancer, perhaps. Like say, for instance, what is that cancer called? That's happening outside your bowels. Can't remember. So anyway, it creates some certain polyps because the food not digesting inside the body and they come out of the body, and then it creates certain overgrowth, and that overgrowth is going to be overgrowing. If it is overgrowing to a certain centimeters, and doctors say this is going to be cancerous, right? So what is going on? That means the Buddha says you should be able to digest any food you are eating 100%. But what is happening to us because of our bad eating habits? When we eat the bad food, some of the food are not getting digested, then we become sick after that. Now say, for instance, some meat. When some people only eat the meat in the long run, then the body is not going to digest those things in the long run. Then what happens if you eat another food that is also not going to be digested? Finally, a lot of food are not digested, also not going out to the body. They're creating certain polyps in the body, making what you call overgrowth, and then creating cancer. Right? So this means the Buddha says that digestion is very important. In order for us to digest fully, we should eat a balanced diet. This is interesting. Not whatever the food we go and see, focus to whatever, the fine dining, whatever. We have to plan what to eat. What is the balanced diet? Somebody might call now, this is Mediterranean diet, or this diet, that diet. But we have to understand what diet is this, how to eat properly. What are the proper food for us to digest on a regular basis? No, I can't afford this food. I just go for like the street shop and all. Maybe fine dining if I have lots of money. So we have to understand how to have a balanced diet. That means it could be vegetables, fruits, meat, whatever, but you are keeping up your digestion part. So otherwise, when you eat a small food, you get sick. Sometimes there are people who eat fast, they get sick as well. They get tummy problem. I say, no, I haven't. I'm not used to eat fast, so I have a stomach problem. Yeah, why is this? Because these people don't know Buddhism. If they know Buddhism, they know how to eat, what to eat, how to eat, what kind of food they are. They think Buddhism is Nibbana only, going to attain Nibbana. How to attain Nibbana with a tummy problem, stomach problem? Can you even meditate with a stomach problem? You cannot do that. You have to go to the washroom many times and hating everybody around the house. See, I have a problem here. That means the Buddha says, if we know Buddhism, these teachings, we can stay healthy. That health is very important to practice Dhamma. We cannot avoid it. And then we just talk about Kuchiroga, means stomach problem. So my suggestion is eat a balanced diet as advised by those proper people, and then make your stomach a place that you can digest properly. I'm not saying eat this, that, or that food, but try to create more digestion properly in the right way. That's why some people try to do detoxing. Do people go do detoxing? Why? They accept I have consumed lots of toxins in the last many years, right? Then now they want to detox. Why? They know if I don't detox, I get more tummy problems. Then thinking about probiotics. Want to eat lots of probiotics. Now, how to turn this back? This means we have to give a special attention to what we eat, how much we eat, and that stuff. Otherwise, we will end up with a lot of issues. Then, mucha. Mucha means fainting. I think now I better erase this part just to clarify this area. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Mucha. Mucha means fainting. Why can we get fainted? What is the normal theory of becoming fainted? There is a time that we lose oxygen to the brain, right? Is it? That's the moment we're getting faint. If you want to give blood, they say you lie down if you're getting fainted. And sometimes you are not eating proper healthy food. And there are many other reasons. But this fainting, dizziness can happen due to mental. Actually, dizziness and fainting happen when we don't take care of us. We have to take care of us, really. These are symptoms. And then, Pakhandika. Pakhandika means, what is this? Dysentery. How many of you have heard about this disease? Dysentery. Pakhandika. And what is this? Has anybody heard before? And what is it?
Gastric problem.
Is it
Gastric?
diarrhea? Is it diarrhea?
Is caused by some bacteria causing the stomach pain or something?
Yeah, it's with regard to the stomach.
Infection.
How many of you have gone to India? I'm trying to make an argument. Then you must have known about this Pakhandika. Any guess about this? Have you ever heard about this thing before?
Infection.
Yeah, definitely. These are infections and problems. I'm asking, what is this? Okay. How did the Buddha pass away?
Is it diarrhea?
Yes.
Diarrhea?
Pakhandika.
Dysentery.
But he didn't get normal Pakhandika. He got the Lohita Pakhandika, blood dysentery. Very bad. That means when he is, releasing, blood went out. He got Lohita Pakhandika. So when you went to the place where Buddha passed away, Kusinara, you should feel this is the place Buddha passed away with this sickness, right? That's why it's very important to read the India pilgrimage book before you go, right? Not just go and see the places. What is this? What happened to the Buddha?
Yeah,
Have a thorough
Bhante.
reading about the book. And then
dysentery. Is it
yeah,
called
dysentery. Yeah, dysentery. I was telling you, Buddha passed away from this disease. If you don't know that, that is a problem. Right? And Buddha didn't pass away with normal Pakhandika, Lohita Pakhandika. So there are a lot of interpretations and a lot of arguments about why he got this issue. Some people say, no, Buddha was a vegetarian. So this the man who offered some food was not the man who was selling the pigs. He was another guy, so he only offered some mushrooms. Vegetarians wanted to protect Buddha from eating what you call pork. They wanted to protect him from eating pork, and they said, no, it's mushroom. And then the Theravada books say, no, it's pork. The person Chunda Sukarika offered pork to the Buddha. So it's kind of a very big argument going on. Because later on, people stuck to either pork or mushroom. Because there are people who wanted to say, no, Buddha was a vegetarian. And someone, no, Buddha was a normal person. But anyways, he got into this Lohita Pakandika after eating that particular food. So we understand when you eat pork, it takes time to digest, isn't it? It's not easily digesting. It takes time, many hours, not compared to the mushroom. Mushroom will be digested, right? So we don't know, probably either one. But anyways, Buddha got Lohita Pakka. Next time when you help someone about India, say, Buddha passed away with Lohita Pakandika, blood dysentery, right? This is the thing. And then, Sula. Sula means, you can see it. Now we come down to the gastric pain. Gastric pain. Is it something that is bothering to us time to time? Gastric pain? Why do people have gastric pain? For different reasons, right? Sometimes they skip the breakfast. Sometimes they eat a lot of dry food. What are the other reasons why people get gastric pain?
Irregular hours of eating.
Irregular hours, skipping the meals, that means irregular hours eating, that means not giving. There are people who happily say, I didn't have time to eat my breakfast. I'm so busy, Yeah. But look at, you will pay a big cost soon, one day, maybe like another couple of months. You pay a big cost. When you get the gastric, now easy to get back to normal. Right? So skipping the meals is not a nice idea. Right? In the modern world, with our whatever activities, we should not forget about these aspects. But the day that you are so happy about really something happen, you don't want to eat, right? But the day you are very sad, how many times you are eating? The opposite. Think about, you are so stressed out, you are so down. You compare the amount of food that you are eating. Are you eating more food when you are more happy or when you are more sad? Tell me, how is it working in your life?
Sad, we take more food.
That's
Bhante.
very interesting. That means when you are sad, you normally eat a lot. So that means don't stay in a room near the fridge when you are sad. So change the room. Maybe fridge is maybe somewhere in the corner. You go to the corner room. So you won't go to the fridge and open and eat everything. You're okay then. Because when the fridge is next to you, you look at it, yeah. You're gonna, this is so much sadness, frustration, disappointment. And people frustrated me. I gotta go open and eat all these things. If not, who is going to eat all that? They make some lame excuses about eating. Sometimes there are people who want to eat, just making some excuses. You have some problem, but I don't want to eat. But you left it on the table. Why did you leave it on the table? Because of that, I want to consume it. Right? Anyways, there are multiple reasons could be there. But anyways, need to take care of your meals. Don't skip the meals. Eat proper meals. Then, Visuchika. Visuchika means another problem. Cholera. Another stomach issue, cholera. Right? Cholera is also such a very terrible issue. Right? If you don't know these diseases that much, you can Google just to understand what the Buddha said. Buddha understood these diseases And at that time, they were available as well. Kutta. Kutta means? What is kutta?
Leprosy.
Leprosy.
Leprosy. Leprosy. Remember Arahan Sariputta? There was a story about him. One day, there was a man who had leprosy. And Arahan Sariputta didn't notice that. When he was offering some dana, a certain part of his finger fell into the alms bowl. Yeah, but he still ate that one actually. Not the finger, put it away, but the food he ate just to give merits to the person. I mean, I'm not saying that Sangha members should do that. Definitely we have some health and hygiene, but I'm talking about Arahan Sariputta. Then somebody asked him, why did you eat that? Because I want to help out that person. In the story, that is what we learn. Leprosy. And then Gando. Gando means boils. It's such a very, what do you call, communicable problem. You know, there was a monk called Ti-Ratana. Suddenly, his body got a lot of boils. Very big boils like the wood apple, you know. Wood apple type of boils. All the monks separated him because it's you know, going very fast to other people, very communicable, infectious. Then the Buddha came in that evening and then said, you have no mother, no father, no devotees over here. If you don't help out each other, who is going to help you out? Then the Buddha said, a very interesting statement. Many hospitals should learn from that statement. If somebody takes care of a sick person, that person takes care of the Buddha. Yo gilana upattaheya, somang upattaheya. If anybody in your household, anybody, you go and then clean that person, maybe sometime, all the things, right? And you are doing, but you are not complaining anytime, but you are doing them happily. It is just as you are taking care of the Buddha, cleaning the Buddha. But how many people are there? You know, I don't want to do all that. I want to go to the temple and see the Buddha. But Buddha said, hey, don't come here. Take care of that person in the household. That is taking care of me. Yo gilana upattahi. If somebody takes care of the sick people, not for the money, right? That person is just as taking care of me, just as taking care of the Buddha. Such a very huge good karma. And then the monk Ti-Ratana boils, all the boils everywhere. I think you may see some viharas about his picture. They all went down. The Buddha asked someone to give him some water, and then he personally treated him. Very interesting. The problem is not many people know the Buddha's life, right? Only they know Buddha's suttas. We have to learn from the Buddha's life how he took care of other people, how he was compassionate, right? This is how we can learn Buddhism very well. If you touch suttas first, you will never know. Because those suttas, most of the suttas were given to certain individuals. But by understanding the life of the Buddha, then only you touch the suttas. That is the proper way. That's why I'm sharing with you. The Buddha went personally to clean this monk, Ti-Ratana, who had lots of very big boils like the wood apple size. But then he got better. But did the Buddha say, practice 10 sanya, you get better? No, his mind is so bad, you know, he looks at his body, boils, how to think about sanya at that time. Pain. And then a few months ago, I was such a very good person. How come I think about sanya? So I'm telling people who are asking to think about anicca sanya when they are so sick. You can't do that. Don't waste your time. At that time, you have to heal yourself physically. Then only you think about what's happening to me. So the Buddhas went in person and then took care of that monk. And then, what else? Kilaso. Kilaso means eczema. Very interesting. Eczema, right? What is eczema? Like a skin rash, right? Is this a very common thing in today's world? Yeah, especially we have to be careful. And, in today's world, there are lots of eczemas happening, skin problems. So actually, the flip side is that we have to take care of the skin too. It doesn't mean that you have to do a makeup every day, but you may do if you want. But understanding the skin, because skin is the largest organ in our body. If it is the largest, then why don't we take care of us? And then so means tuberculosis. It is not the English so-so. How are you? So-so. It's not that. Then that means you have tuberculosis. Huh? Don't say so-so. Yeah, so-so. That means you have this problem. So this tuberculosis is a problem, right? I mean, especially with the saliva, I think people who actually spit everywhere sometime, gotta be careful. All right, we are continuing the list. Apamaru. Apamaru means epilepsy. Somebody might think this is another kind of Mara, right? No, it's epilepsy. Epilepsy. I think what is epilepsy? It's certain kind of what kind of issue is that? Neurological issue. A neurological issue. Okay, so apamaru. Then Daddu. Daddu means I have to again.
Ringworm.
Daddu means
Hopsa.
yeah, ringworms. I could say okay, I'm going to say let me erase this part. Okay, you can say ringworm. Also, you can also say herpes. Actually, a lot of I mean, what do you call? Lots of ringworms are coming from herpes as well. Good and terrible herpes. So then that's two. And then kandu. Kandu means itch. That's interesting. Itch. Itchiness. I think this is kind of a symptom when we have a skin problem. Itch. A lot of places can be itchy. And we understand it's a bacterial infection happening this place, that place. Sometimes the itchiness happens somewhere in the body. When you cure that place, itchiness goes down somewhere else. It needs some comprehensive approach to tackle this itchiness, right? In one of the stories of Bhante Anuruddha's sister, Arahan Anuruddha's sister, Arahan Anuruddha's sister had a very bad itch. Then he went to his sister's house, and he saw how suffering she is actually, always trying to scratch all the time. And then he was looking at what happened to her in one life. Out of jealousy, she put some certain herbs under another lady's pillow because she was very jealous about her beauty. And then she didn't know. She came to the bed, and then she, pulled up the blanket, and she slept the whole night. She was suffering with this thing. And then she was cursing, who did that? Who did this to me? And the curse has been coming to this lady, many lives. And then the Arahan Anuruddha told her, this is the problem. So you should do more good karma. You should never think like this. You have to heal from this issue, right? So anyway, I don't say that itch is always karmic, but some itch problems, they could be karmic, but sometimes because of our misunderstanding about taking care of us. Then kachu means steps. Okay, kachu. And then nakasa means smallpox. I think this is one of the diseases already I think sort of what do you call, contained already by the WHO, but still I think it's not anymore available in the world actually, but still have to be careful. Then vitachika. Vitachika means worry. Vitachika means worry. Then 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 vit Scabies. What is scabies? These are some animal bites, right? Insect bites, scabies. And then lohitang means hemorrhage, also blood, hemorrhage. Interesting, right? Hemorrhage, blood hemorrhage, brain hemorrhage. This is happening now. When you have a stroke, a lot of hemorrhage can happen. And then pittang. Pitta means lohitang, pittang. Actually, lohita pittang is one. Lohita pittang. Then madumeho. Madumeho means diabetes. Madumeho means that means diabetes was available even at that time, Buddha, right? It is one of the worst drugs in the world, right? Probably the worst drug in the world. People carry without any permit. It's a narcotic, right? I think we are culturally affected with this thing. Sometimes religiously affected. Sometimes our attitude-wise, right? So we have to be very careful about this sugar intake. And then Madumeho, Ansa. Ansa means,
Hemorrhoid.
yeah, I think there is a small issue over here. We're gonna take it like this. Pitta Samuttana means bile issues. And here we
Piles.
understand Pilaka means what you call cancers, right? Pilaka. So cancers were present even at that time. Then Bagandala. Bagandala means, what is Bagandala?
Fistula. Fistula.
Huh?
Fistula.
Fistula. Yeah. Yes, fistula. Then Ansa. Ansa.
Hemorrhoid.
Hemorrhoids. I think that is understood. The hemorrhoids. What is another word for hemorrhoids?
Pulse.
Piles. Piles. Yeah. That means there were people even at that time who had all these issues. All right. And then we went down to another very interesting area. Pitta Samuttana Abada. That means diseases, sicknesses actually, arising from bile. Here, Pitta Samuttana. Let me probably erase this part a little bit. Pitta Samuttana Abada means disorders or sicknesses coming from the bile. What are the chances of someone's bile getting inflamed?
Bhante, what is Pilaka
Pilaka is cancer.
or cancer? So that is under
Pilaka.
the Amsa is pulse, right?
No.
Amsa is hemorrhoid or pulse.
Yeah, hemorrhoids.
So that is
But-
Pilaka.
Yeah, Pilaka
Pilaka
is cancer.
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 Yeah, Pilaka is cancer.
Bhante, how about Bagandala?
Yeah, Bagandala we said already. Yeah, fistula. Fistula. The certain disease. Fistula. Okay, then Pitta Samuttana Abada. Now, I actually took one of the translations from Sutta Central. This translation is lacking a couple of them, one or two. So we have to understand. That's why. So Pitta Samuttana Abada means diseases coming from bile. What are the chances of our bile becoming inflamed? The person who is always getting angry, sad, could create lots of unnecessary bile. Right? Call it Pitta Samuttana Abada. Then Simha Samuttana Abada means sicknesses coming, rising from phlegm. Simha means phlegm here. Pitta means bile. Then Vata Samuttana Abada. Vata means wind. What are the sicknesses with regard to the air? Wind. That people are getting. Wind-based sicknesses. What are they? Most of the rheumatic problems have certain relationship to the wind issues. Vata Samuttana Abada. Right? And Sannipatika Abada. Sannipatika means? Sannipatika means?
Phlegm.
No,
Phlegm.
Sannipatika means, now we talk about bile, phlegm and wind. Sannipatika means?
Conjunction.
The mixture
Conjunction.
of these three. Sometimes the bile, phlegm and the wind, they don't go together. Something is inflamed. So then this is called Sannipatika. Now, give me a good example. Someone is eating lots of coal products, frozen products, and suddenly go outside, exposed to the rain. And then now he or she ends up with a certain cold. Why is it? His bile and then the other wind and then phlegm, they did not really go together at that point. That means we have to follow certain understandings about how to what to eat at different times during certain weathers, right? Now, say for instance, the weather is so hot, very, very hot. What if someone is drinking very, very hot products too at that point? There's something problematic here, right? So, so that means whatever the food we are eating and whatever the weather outside over there have to match up. Otherwise, we come with the Sannipatika Abada. Right? Very interesting. That means Buddha is telling us to pay attention to what you eat and what you eat during certain weathers and situations. And then Uttuparinamaja, which is very interesting. Uttuparinamaja means sicknesses happening because of the weather. Sometimes when it is too cold, we can get sick, right? Sometimes when it is so much raining, right? Sometimes when it is so snowy, right? There are different diseases, sicknesses that can happen. Now, say for instance, there is a certain problem with regard to someone who is not taking care of oneself in different weathers. Say for instance, not wearing a proper jacket, right? Proper outwear, and then these are not because of your karma. These are because of the problems that you don't understand about the weather. Visama pariharaja abada. Very interesting. This means not taking care of yourself. What does it actually mean? Now, let's say you are someone who hit the gym sometimes, who go to a gym, who do some exercises. Say, for instance, someone is going to a gym. We understand before the gym activities, this person has to what to do?
Warm up.
Warm up. What if someone thinks I don't need to warm up, I just go and lift the dumbbell, and then the body is not warm up, this person will end up with lots of muscle problem that night. Let's say that person warm up first and then did the heavy work, but then at the end also this person is supposed to warm up again. That means we have to understand that how to take care of this body. Let's take another very simple example. In your house, you want to do certain heavy work sometime. You have a ladder. Sometimes you need to lift some boxes, but you are lifting without confidence. You are going to lift without confidence, without knowing that you are lifting. You are not ready with your body. What's going to happen to you? You're going to definitely injure yourself. Some people, they are lifting by thinking something else. Maybe what if that there's someone who's lifting a big box thinking, this is a light, small box. Actually, this is a heavy box, 20 over kilo. Thinking it's 5 kg box. And finally, then the Buddha said, a lot of people, when they misuse their body, they blame their own bad karma, By the end of the day, you know what? Today morning, I was so good, but lunchtime, my bad karma came in. I injured myself. What happened to you? I lifted the box and I injured myself. How did you live? I just lifted as normal, but actually she lifted in the wrong way. That is called Visama Parihara. Use your body properly. Let's talk about it. When you sit properly. When you walk properly. Yeah, this is Visama Parihara Japada. If you don't do that, you will get sick. When you don't become hunchback, right? And then all these personal, what you call posture activities are part of this issue. And then, Opakkamika Abada. Opakkamika means overexertion. That means sometimes there are people who overwork, working probably 8 to 10, and then they get sick. No break, no proper rest. That is also a sickness. It's not karma, it's your own problem. You creating your own karma. Then karma vipaka jasi, karma is only one small sickness here. Problems, sicknesses that come to you because of karma. But people who don't know about this Girimānanda Sutta, what they say, when they have a tooth pain, my bad karma. In a past life, I broke somebody's tooth. Now I'm having the pain. People like this. When they have the tummy problem, maybe in last life, I cooked something bad for somebody. That's why I'm getting the tummy problem. Right? They are putting everything into karma baggage. Karma baggage. But the Buddha said karma is one sickness only. Most of the problems are our own problems. We create. Think about the person who went to the gym without following the procedure, now injured by evening. Let's say today, the first time I went to the gym, see my bad karma, this happened. How many people go to the gym? They never got this problem. Go check how they do the things inside the gym. Learn from a personal trainer. Then you know how to do it. And they're putting all the bad things into the karma baggage. Of course not. Okay, Visama Parihara. Then finally, we're going to finish at this point. There is something very interesting here. Please keep in mind, you normally put all the sicknesses into this part. But the Buddha says, not even the sicknesses, even some weather conditions and some of the activities we do daily, also part of sicknesses. Let's see. Sita. Sita means cold. Sometimes weather is so cold. Unha, too hot. Jigacha means
Hungry.
hunger.
Hungry.
Hunger is a sickness. Why hunger is a sickness? You think about people, when they're hungry, they're angry. They're hungry, angry. Why? They're hungry, angry. They drive very fast. I'm so hungry. Don't even decide this menu. I want to eat something very fast. That means hunger is a sickness, the Buddha says. It's not a funny thing, It's something serious. Hunger. Then not even hunger. Here called pipasa. Pipasa means thirst. Thirst also a sickness, because sometimes we feel we want to cut down our eating, but we have to eat, we have to drink, stay hydrated. Then finally, Uchcharu means what you call defecation, and Pasau, urine, it means washroom activity. All these are sickness. Even going to the washroom is a sickness, right? Because always have to go to the washroom. What if that we don't want to go to the washroom? It's a problem. But always, every hour, every couple of hours, sometime when you are sick, you may have to go quite often. The Buddha said, even going to the washroom is a sickness. Now, what to understand from these 50 type of sicknesses? Are we going to hate our body? No. When we understand these 50 types of drawbacks in our, because we carry physical body, we can take care of us, and we know this is something. Sometimes when we understand these drawbacks, we can be more tolerant about it, right? Tolerance is a very, patience, khanti is a very big issue in our life when it comes to these. Say, for instance, hunger. Sometimes we cannot eat very fast. We have to wait, right? Maybe, so how to create certain khanti for a little bit, eating stuff? Maybe thirst. That means when you look at these drawbacks, 50 around drawbacks, you can cultivate patience. At the same time, you can, most importantly, you can take care of your body to stay healthy, physically, mentally, emotionally, to become the best of you, become the better version of you. And one day this will help you to attain even Nibbana. And then finally, what the Buddha says here is, Iti imasmin kai ādīnavānu passivya. So that means this is how someone can look at the drawbacks of the body. This is called ādīnava sañña. All right. Ādīnava sañña is the list of drawbacks that we discuss. Actually, these are commonly taken as some of the sicknesses, problems with regard to the body. But my suggestion for you is that not to treat them as sicknesses all alone. Understanding or spotting these, recognizing these 50 or 50-ish problems help you to become a healthy person, healthier person. At the same time, practice more compassion, patience, to tolerate these issues time to time, so that we minimize unnecessary problems with other people in our life as well. All right. Any questions about today, ādīnava sañña?
Bhante, maybe I can ask.
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
okay. So just now you mentioned when we enjoy other people's bad karma, like when someone is fishing, then you see the fish struggling, but you enjoy the activity even though you don't fish, then you also get the bad karma, right?
If you enjoy, sometimes we get to see them, but we don't enjoy because you are passing that place. But
Yeah,
you may not enjoy.
but sometimes someone pass a comment like, oh, your friend same age as you, they are now sick and like, but sometimes it's not that we enjoy, but we feel like some sort of happiness because we don't get that illness as well. So I don't know how to describe it. It's like you're not being happy for that person who is sick, but you are relieved that you are not sick.
Then make it a motivation to help that person.
Okay.
Make it as an inspiration, not that I'm better than you. Let's say, okay, someone is having a certain health issue and you are not. So the first thing that should come to your mind is not that I am better than you. I have to create compassion for that person and help out that person. At the same time thinking, why this is happening to certain people? I must have done some good karma. That's why I'm not affected. But I should not use it to put that person down and level me up in my life. I just feel good at a certain time because I had done good karma. And maybe you can think about, I will give good karmas to that person. Maybe you reduce your pain. Maybe, you get better soon, something like that. Yeah, that is how we are supposed to look at it. All right. Maybe we can take one or two questions and then wrap this up this time. Sometimes there is another way to look at it. Sometimes there's one person who has actually I had a personal experience thing that I know in Canada at that time, and somebody got shingles, and then shingles, like something that people who had chicken pox, and when they hit 50 and then when they are not immune enough, they get this. And then this person is saying to me, not knowing any Buddhism, yeah, I have a pain, I'm going through the pain, but at least I have less pain than somebody I know who has cancer, whose days are counted, numbered. So maybe people look at the pain differently. That can help them to sort of manage their emotions. On the other hand, good stuff, we should never put other people down just because we are good. Not even health, money, happiness, right? Yeah. Now, say for instance, there's a couple who are very happy all the time. Think about a very disruptive, problematic couple, like they're arguing everywhere, Yeah, looking at that couple now, we should be very happy, right? We don't argue that much, right? I mean, yeah, good. Maybe the following day they argue. Sometimes you should not overestimate yourself because it can happen, right? So people think differently. But anyways, never try to, be unnecessarily happy by comparing you to other people rather than helping them out. Helping them out is the most important. All right. Any other questions about today, ādīnava sañña?
Actually, Bhante, I counted there's only 49 diseases. Maybe I'm a perfectionist, but I cannot find the 50.
We will make it up later. Yeah. I think the list sometimes, the problem is this segment, some people translate poorly, some have over translation. So we have to find out the proper wordings actually.
Bhante said this Buddha passed away due to dysentery. Is it how he
Lohita pakkandika.
Oh, that means he vomit blood, all these things.
No,
Due
it's
to
not
the
vomiting.
blood.
It's not vomiting blood. I think he's passing stools with blood.
Oh,
It's the other way around. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Mm.
Thank you, Bhante.
Sister, you're lucky you counted 49. I can't even get near to that.
No, I think
Okay.
some of the words they combine together, some they
Yeah,
separate
yeah.
it. So that's why become some are
Perhaps
50.
let me get some time and make it like a list. So I will share with you. So
I
all of this.
make a list actually.
Okay.
I can share, yeah.
All right. If there's any other question about today, ādīnava sañña, if not, we can transfer the good karmas. Okay, looks like no. So we're gonna transfer the good karmas. May all the good karmas we've been making today be transferred to all the departed ones who passed away in the name of all of us. May they be well and happy. May they attain the supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Idam me nyati nang hotu sugita huntu nyatayo. Idam me nyati nang hotu sukita huntu nyatayo. Idam me nyati nang hotu sukita huntu nyatayo. At the same time, may all the good karmas be shared by all the Deva Naga Mahitika. May they be well and happy. May they particularly bless all of us for good health, quality of life, and prosperity, safety. May they also finally attain supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Ettavata cha amhihi sambatang punya sampadang sabbe deva anumodantu sabba sangpatti siddhya. Ettavata cha amhehi sambatang punya sampadang sabbe bhuta anumodantu sabba sangpatti siddhya. Ettavata cha amhehi sambatang punya sampadang sabbe satta anumodantu sabba sangpatti siddhya. Akasattha bhummatta devanaga mahiddhika punyantang anumoditva chirang rakkhantulu tusasanang. Akasattha bhummatta devanaga mahiddhika punyantang anumoditva chirang rakkhantu desanang. Akasattha bhummatta devanaga mahiddhika punyantang anumoditva chirang rakkhantu mang paranti chirang rakkhantu tvam sadati. At the same time, we are making the Dhamma wish. May we be able to be in the company of Kalyana Mitras till we attain the supreme bliss of Nibbana. Thinking thus, we're going to make the wish. Imina punya kammena mami bala samagamo satang samagamo hotu Yavanibbana Pattiya. Finally, may all the good karmas we will making today by learning another sanya, fourth sanya perception about healing. So our finally, I want to summarize, conclude in concise way. The more we understand these diseases, not in a negative way, in a positive way, so we can take care of us, we can be patient, we can create lots of compassion. This will help us heal faster in terms of mental, emotional, and physical, most importantly. And then this will keep us into the Dhamma practice, not looking at them as this body has all these issues. I have to hate my body. I have to keep away from my body. That is going to be a negative, pessimistic way to look at. Normally, lots of people look at body this way. So understanding these problems will help us take care of us at the same time. Practice more compassion to us and to other people too. So may all the good karmas that we've been doing today be supportive and helpful for all of us to attain the supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Abhivadana silisse niccang vaddha prachayino chattaru dhamma vaddhanti ayuvano sukhang balang ayurarogya sampatti sagga sampatti me vicha ato nibbana sampatti iminati samichatu. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Okay, with that blessing, our Sutta discussion has come to an end today, and wishing you a good night. Till us see again.
Thank you, Bhante.
Thank you, Bhante.
Thank you, Bhante.
Bhante.
Sadhu,
Good night,
sadhu,
Bhante.
sadhu.
Good night.
Good night,
Sadhu, sadhu.
Bhante and everyone.
Good
Good
night,
night.
brothers and sisters. Good night,
Yeah,
Bhante.
thank you.
Good night, everyone.
Sadhu, thank you, Bhante.
Yes.